Have a wonderful morning, my dear students. As you know, writing is very important in English language. Today, we are to read how to write informal letters. Letters have always been classified into two major categories, formal and informal letters. Informal letters are written for personal reasons. They are written to people one may know very well. Informal letters are written for personal reasons. They are written to people one may know very well. Informal letter shows that a person has taken the time and effort to communicate. Let's learn how to write informal letters. Students, informal letters are usually addressed to our family members, father, mother, brother, sister, and other relatives. It is also written to the friends. Informal letter begins with sender address. From the left address of the sender, engage minimum 3 lines. First letter of each word pertain to the address is written in capital letter. Then after, students, date comes just below the sender's address. It should be written on British or American pattern. The British pattern for date is 15 July 2020. The American pattern is as July 15, 2020. Space of 1 line between date and sender or receiver is omitted. Since informal letters are addressed to our friends and our family, we can use dear as salutation along with name of the person as dear mother, dear friend, dear father, dear Naveen, dear brother, etc. My dear students, content begins after the salutation of like, dear mother. Writer is free to express his or her feelings. Generally, it is divided into 3 paragraphs. First, introduction. Second, body. And third is your conclusion. In the introduction, you should state your reason for writing. In the introduction, you should state your reason for writing. The body expand on what you mentioned in the first paragraph. In the conclusion, you make some final remarks. An informal letter should end on an affectionate note such as yours lovingly, your loving son, daughter, your friend, Manish, etc. Just below the subscription name of the sender is written. Now, student, let us see the model of informal letter. In this sample letter, we can see that the sender's address, writer's address, is written on the top. On the left-hand corner of the letter, the date is written. In this sample letter, we can see that the sender address, writer address is written on the top. That means it is written on the left-hand corner of the letter. As you can see on the slide, the date is written below the sender's address on the left-hand corner of the letter. Again, you can see the date that is written on the left-hand corner of the letter. Then you can see that salutation is written. After the date, you can see how we have done the salutation. We can see in the sample that there are 3 paragraphs written that consist introduction, body, and conclusion, as we have discussed in the earlier slides, that it is divided in 3 parts. In the body, you can see the 3 parts. That is introduction, body, and conclusion. Subscription is written at last. Okay, now students, let us do the checklist. Informal letters checklist are given on screen. Letters should be in proper format. Sender's address, date, salutation, content. Again, content is divided in 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. And at last, you can see that is complimentary end. Now, students, it's your practice time. Practice makes a man perfect. And your homework questions are given on your screen. Question 1. You are Rajneesh or Tanu living at 435 Pritamnagar, Lucknow. You are to go for a visit to Nainital. Write a letter to your friend Nitish Kumar, inviting him to accompany with you to go there. Question 2. You are Akriti or Abhinav living at 538 B Block, Anand Vihar, Kanpur. Write a letter to your friend Arab describing your boarding school experience. I hope you will do the answers correctly. Thank you. See you soon in our next module.